Well, on a hunting trip, my father, with his friend Morty Lucas and a hunting guide, they came across some Sasquatch that my father and Morty and the hunting guide felt like they were being attacked, so they protected themselves. Now, since my father passed away, I have the only physical proof of Bigfoot and Sasquatch. There has been a lot of conjecture that these aren't real, that I made them. Now, straight up, I can make some stuff, but I can't make anything that looks like this. This doesn't even look like anything that I would make. It looks like something that was either made by an ET or God. You know, it depends on how you feel about existence. Now, this summer, I'm gonna make sure that we go over all this, the Bigfoot body parts. We're gonna get up close and personal. I'm gonna spend a lot of time on cryptids and in particular, Bigfoot and Sasquatch. Now, Bigfoot and Sasquatch, I call them two different things because they are very similar creatures, okay? But there's sort of different species of Bigfoot and Sasquatch. And some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. Now, the Sasquatch I refer to as the bigger ones. That is what my father and Morty came across on their hunting trip. They're very big. Some of them are so big that they had to cut them up to get them out of the swamp where they were hunting. This would be an example of one of the feet. I have several. Let me clear something up. They've been kept in a freezer, right, since September 23rd, 1953. Not the same freezer. And when I say that, people are like, oh, that's a great freezer that's run that long. I didn't say that. There's a lot of stuff that you all don't know about that I'm trying to disclose to you, and that's my goal for this summer, is to really concentrate on Bigfoot research. Now, some stuff really doesn't make sense, and in particular, I'll show you this hand, something that doesn't make sense with this hand, but it's fact, and it's also with the Bigfoot and the Bigfoot body parts. Now, this is from a smaller one. It's not that big, but as you see, you know, compared to my hand, it is very large. You're looking at, I don't know, 500-pound animal, 600-pound animal. It's very large. It's dried out, so it's not as heavy as it probably would be, and it's dried out because it's been in a freezer for many, many years. Now, the thing that you notice right off the bat with the Bigfoot and the Bigfoot body parts, and this was purely by accident, they were loading it in a pickup at a point, and my father said that they noticed that it was sticking to the flatbed, and they couldn't figure out why it was sticking to the flatbed. And the reason why is because Bigfoot have magnetic properties to them, and you can see that right there, and some mechanical aspects to them too. So you can see that it's magnetic, and people are like, no, that's bullshit, you put a magnet. No, I didn't. That's just how it is. They're all like that. Stuff doesn't always have to make sense for it to be true, just because it seems like, well, he's a comic, he can make things, he made those. No, I didn't. And then a lot of people look at some of my videos and they go, oh, that's all made up. Well, think about it. Like, I do make things. I'm an artist, and as an artist, you take stuff out of your real life and it becomes fiction. So there's some aspects that are fiction as far as like videos go. Like if I did a movie about Bigfoot, that would be fiction unless I had an actual Bigfoot in the video or in the film. Do you understand what I'm saying? There would be aspects of that that would be exaggerated. But this is fact that these are real, and I'm gonna make sure that everybody gets a good close-up view of everything this summer. We're also gonna break out the frogman. The frogman is a creature that looks similar to what we would call a gray alien. And the way that it was described from my father was that when they were loading up the last load of the Bigfoot into the boat, that they were standing on shore. It was a swamp, but like the frogman walked out of the water and walked towards them, And he said that they were in shock. They didn't know what to do. And he describes it as it's a really strange description, but he describes the frogman as wilting. And I said, what do you mean wilting? And he said something like it was like spaghetti. It just sort of like wilted. And then his further description was like, if he had one end and like Morty had the other end and they were putting it on the boat, like it had like no bones. It just kind of went like that. It was boneless. I know. It sounds real strange. It gets weirder with the frogman too, because these have been on ice, right? They've been on ice, they're refrigerated, they're really dried out, they're desiccated because it's in a freezer. They weren't wrapped up totally, pretty good, but they're sort of dried out. And the frogman, they put ice on the frogman, and he said it started changing colors, and he was like, Peter, I don't know, maybe it was gonna blow up. So we took the ice off of the frogman, and what they did was they went and salted it like a fish. So the frogman is real stiff now and dried out. So that too is kept cold, but it's wrapped, it's dried out, there's no moisture in it, and it's wrapped up into plastic before it's put into the freezer. So that's in real good shape. They're all in pretty good shape considering. I do not keep these on this property. I have a place off-site where I have a walk-in freezer, and that's where they're kept at. I'm well aware of the government wanting to look at this stuff. I'm well aware that if they get a hold of it, they'll take it away. There's no way I'm gonna donate anything to the Smithsonian. We have had some of the DNA checked, and it really comes back sort of strange. We'll go over that later. I just want to tell everybody that this summer I'll be doing a lot of Bigfoot research. We'll be going over the body parts, and stay tuned. They are in remarkable shape. I consider them in remarkable shape. They look real good. As I said, they are kept in a freezer. They've been kept cold. They've been kept on ice for most of the time unless I take them out to do something like this, but now they're going back to the freezer, and I'll be showing you more of the Bigfoot and the Bigfoot body parts coming up on this channel. I hope you stay tuned, because it really is important. It's important for mankind to know the truth. The truth is that I feel that Bigfoot is an ET, and they're put here by the Greys to monitor our planet. It's a biological recording device, and they're here for a period of time, usually in the summer, sometimes in the winter, but then they're taken back up to or wherever they go. It could be an interdimensional animal, I'm not sure, but they really don't live here, they just come here. Bigfoot, I believe, is an ET.